All right, what do we got?
So you've been cooking up, huh? We saw that. What were you cooking?
Trying to cook up some wins. Oh, you're talking about the burgers?
Yeah.
Man, that was a long day. Grilling out for the team, but then next thing you know, I got Alex is eating, every one of his assistants is eating. So it was like 80 burgers. I was great. Couldn't make them fat. Them guys eat, a guy like you down Boney eats 2 burgers at a time. They're not like you and I. So, no, it's great. So we got a new grill out back.
Oh, okay. So that was here?
We got a new, oh yeah, that was here. Yeah. So, little wrinkle. We'll give us something different for the guys on Friday. Coach on the grill. Not like a fresh burger, fresh dog, fresh sausage, you know.
You also had Coach Holland.
We're not going to let Coach Savino cook.
Have some pasta for that, right?
Yeah, we're still. He claims he can make his own sauce, but I don't know about that. He's yet to make it for me. Let's just leave it at that. Coach Evo says he's good in lamb chops, but we don't buy that either.
You had a visitor with Coach Holland here.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
He looks great. I tell you what I learned is when you retire, you look stress-free. That's what I learned. He looks like he's in great health. He's great spirits. He's enjoying Santa Barbara. So good for him. But no, it's great to have him back. You know, actually, you know, he and I go way back. So when he got the job here, like I told you forever, I'd be here a lot, recruiting and friends and whatnot. But when he got the job is when I would stay, like make sure I was staying up watching his games. Because, you know, us being friends. So that's when, you know, I was at the Memphis game at the Final Four. I actually sat with some UCLA people. They, you know, was there rooting for him, whatever year that was, 08 maybe?
08, yeah, 08.
Yeah. So it was great. He had great words of advice for the team, words of wisdom for the team as well.
Did you present him with the jacket? He looked like it
Oh
was
yeah. Those jackets are hard to get. Doug Erickson don't come off those jackets for everybody. Those are like locked in a safe somewhere. Doug's got where all his Coach Wooden stuff is locked away. It's tough to get one of those. He doesn't even let me give them out. Those you know, Doug's seniority, so the varsity letter, you know, the wooden jacket, only you got to be something, I don't know, you got to ask Doug the criteria for that.
So just a couple days away from the exhibition here, where are you guys? Feel like you're pretty close to ready for the season?
I mean, coaches were all paranoid, you know, you never feel like you're ready. But, you know, like I always tell you guys, it's a marathon, not a sprint. College basketball is about March, not November. You know, the guys are ready, I know that. Preseason practice is the hardest part of the year. You know, there's a lot of teaching, especially when you have 8 freshmen. You know, you get to the games, you know, kids, they need to start playing. You know, they don't want to just sit there. Coaches love practice. You know, you don't get any losses in practice, you know, and you love to teach. You know, a game becomes more strategy, you know, and stress.
Do you have a starting lineup for the exhibition?
You know me, I never would say. So we'll see. Knock on wood, nobody misses class or does anything stupid. So, you know.
Adem's back and okay.
I anticipate him playing Wednesday.
Coach, I'm sure that with all the new players, there's got to be an element of kind of maybe learning something new or being surprised every week. Has that kind of still been happening or not so much?
Yeah, I mean, I don't put a whole lot of stock in when you're doing drills. Different guys look good at different times. You know, some guys in a 3-on-3, if you're a super fast guy, you could dominate in a 3-on-3 drill. But we're working on our defense. It's harder to play defense 3-on-3. So you might look great offensively in that drill, but you know, 5-on-5 is a different story. Now you got to operate in smaller spaces, make more reads. It's not just about your one-on-one quickness. So I would say to the bigger question would be, yes, we're going to have to, as a staff, learn a lot as the season goes on because we have the new guys. You know, I would say, like with this team, where we start should be nowhere where we finish, if we can get healthy. And I say that mostly because you got freshmen that are playing big roles. You also have two in Mac and Will that are coming off injuries. So, I would anticipate that, by February, their injuries are a thing. They're not rusty. I mean, they'll play before that. But how long does it take them to get their confidence back, the rust off, all that stuff, and freshmen to get minutes to where, they have experience. So we're a very different team than the last couple of years as far as that piece, because we have so many guys that are going to be, very talented guys. But those two guys could be big. I would say, like right now, our starting five is elite. But we need those guys, those two guys in particular, we need for our bench.
In your experience, is there like a game progression for freshmen? Like, okay, by 10 games, I might see them get this much better, or okay, they're a little behind. Do you ever kind of think that in your mind, Coach?
Here's what I know.
Okay.
Here's what I know. No case is the same.
Got it.
No case is the same. Because kids learn at their own pace. They adjust at their own pace. It could depend on how many minutes that guy gets. The more, if you can defend and rebound, not turn the ball over, you're going to get more minutes. Therefore, then your offense will get better because you're out there on the floor. It's hard to get minutes. You get beat for a layup every time I put you in. So it's just so varied. Like Tiger and Jaime played the whole game almost as freshmen. Other guys, struggle. It depends on the team you're on. There's just way too many variables to put a stamp on freshmen need 10 games.
Sure.
It just depends. You scrimmage San Diego State, and Maury Bailey looked like like Coach Dutcher was talking. He's like, he doesn't hunt bad shots. Like most McDonald's All-Americans don't defend and hunt shots because people tell them that's how they got to play to get drafted. But he knows that that's not basketball. He's a very basketball savvy guy, very intelligent guy. So his floor game, but that's why he's an aberration for most freshmen. Like he gets that. He gets, you could have a great game and have 8 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds. So, but most kids don't. Their whole self-worth is off how many points they score. Not how many they give up. So we'll see. It'll all be different. I just think so many of them are going to be at different paces and different levels. But I do know this: you got to have a bench. Back to the original.
Right.
That. So, and Will and Mac are, they're not freshmen; they're redshirt freshmen. So, getting them healthy is going to be really important for this team in the long run. To what we want to look like in March.
Will and Mac, are either one of them going to be able to go in the exhibition?
Not Wednesday. Mac is in live practice. Will is not right now, so Mac's ahead of Will. But Mac will not play Wednesday.
Coach, like you said, you get more. You can identify what the team needs, but right now, in your opinion, how does the defense look? Do you think? Would you say it could be one of the best defensive teams you've had in Westwood?
No, too many freshmen. Hard to be a great defensive team with freshmen, but that will be our goal to be that. You got to try every day. We're trying every day. And Coach Dutcher and I blame the assistants for the scrimmage. We're supposed to be these defensive gurus, and it's like 89 to 87 or something. Like what do you? How does that happen? So I don't know. But we're sure trying. We got to again. How do you get there? And with this team, you have different guys in the middle. And how do you play defense? What's your best chances of being a great defensive team? Your coverages, low post, one-on-one, or low post trap, the way you play the pick and roll. What are your strengths? What do you need to hide? A lot of coaching is being able to hide your weaknesses defensively. So we're learning on that. We're not sure on all of it yet. That's why I think we'll be a work in progress with that. It's also developing again our bench. Great teams when they sub to strength, or a better way of saying it is the guys that play, there's no fall off defensively. You don't have to put a guy as a liability. Because when you we're having conversations, you're talking about, if you're a top 10 beating another top 10 team. So anybody, if you're playing inferior opponents, you won't get exposed.
Are any of the freshmen ahead of schedule in that aspect?
It depends what, the difference is the fans' schedule, your schedule, and my schedule are never aligned, right? The society we live in today, everybody's gonna want the schedule that we're gonna go out and supposed to, look like the '95 Bruins,
Tomorrow.
that played in Seattle on Wednesday night, right? That's not gonna be the case, so, here's one thing that, I have trying to prepare, trying to talk to guys that are friends of mine in the business. And because I haven't had, Tiger and those guys played and trying to draw upon Tiger and Jaime when they started as freshmen, but is how do you make it simple for them? Because as much as you work on stuff every day, it's not second nature to them. So the two things we try to do is demand that our older guys, they haven't played with freshmen, Tiger, Jaime, because they've never played with freshmen, so that they have to be vocal and help them at all times. It's a new thing for this team. Secondly, how do I make it easy for freshmen? As easy as possible, I should have said. So, focus on what? Don't guard the ball the best you can. We'll cover for you, we'll switch for you, you get lost, they're running tricky plays, but don't get beat off the dribble and box out. Now, I know that sounds really simple, but it is not. Trying to teach them how to guard 8 million plays is tough. That's things that takes years before it's second nature. So, take care of the ball and guard the ball, and play with some physicality, which I don't think will be a problem for those guys. But so it's on the seniors and it's on the coaches to make it, as easy if plausible as possible. You guys got it?
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.